What's up, YouTube? So, it's been like 4 months since I've last posted. I haven't touched YouTube in forever. I've just been dealing with a lot of curveballs in my life, and I'm. That's kind of what I want to talk about today. This is going to be a completely different type of video than I normally make, because usually, if you have watched me before, it is only lifting content, and I really only talk about training. But today, that's something I don't want to talk about. In fact, I don't want to bring that up at all. I really want to talk about finding your why. I know a lot of young men out there around my age, even younger maybe. You sit around and you see all these kids online fucking making $10 million in a month or whatever, right? And it's like demoralizing almost. Or you're older and you're maybe a little bit older than me, and you don't know what the fuck you want to do with your life. You're in college, or I don't know, maybe you're like fucking 30, and you just have no idea what to do. You don't have to take advice from me, but I wanted to talk about what I did and who I am now. As you all may or may not know, it is Suicide Prevention Month in the month of September, right now as we speak. And that is something I struggled with in high school. My junior year of high school, I had zero direction at all, no idea who I was or what I wanted to do. And, I see all these kids around me, going out and doing whatever, and, they're making money, and, they're getting ready to go to college, and my grades are fucking horrible because I'm depressed and I don't know what I want to do with myself. And I have no job either at the time, and I'm just completely fucking lost. But as time has gone on, I've learned to be okay with the things that happened. It changed me for the better, like a lot for the better. I now know what it means to work hard for anything that you want. I had shitty ass grades when I graduated, bro. I had like a 3.7 or 3.6, and while some of you would be like, oh, mine's maybe worse, like, who fucking cares? Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter what your grades are. If you think your life is thrown away, if you feel worthless and nothing means anything and no one cares about you, I'm gonna be the first person to tell you, if you haven't heard already, someone does care, number one. Number two, it is never fucking over. Ever. That black pill shit that you see online, and oh my gosh, like, all your potential is like genetically based, and you're only gonna go so far because your IQ is so high. Dude, fuck all that shit, bro. Do whatever it is you fucking dream about doing. I see so many kids that, like I said before, like they see these 16-year-olds and they get all fucking insecure about themselves because they see some dude doing 10 mil on a brand deal, and it's not even his brand deal. It's just some shit off Pinterest or whatever else is going on. I'm gonna be the first person to tell you it is okay to not know anything. I'm not going to university right now. I planned on it, and I just didn't get into what I wanted to get into, and I didn't apply for much else because I thought my life was over. And I'm watching all my peers and classmates and my best friends all leave our hometown, and I have nobody here with me. But who fucking cares what they're doing? I only care about what I'm doing. And I found my why. And I'm not gonna be, the person here that's like, oh my gosh, you gotta do some deep fucking soul searching to go find. No, screw that, bro. Like, your why. What did you dream of as a kid? What did you always want to do? What did you want to be? What was your goal? And if you come in my comments saying like, oh, but my goals just aren't realistic, or they're not possible, or fuck that, dude. They said man would never fly. They said that shit was impossible. And guess what the Wright brothers did? They made a fucking airplane. And while that shit may not be natural coming out of our back like birds do, we can still fly. And you can do the same thing with anything. There's nothing holding you back from just going far and achieving anything you want. And it makes me sad that I thought that way and that other kids my age think that way because they think they're limited to what other people tell them. Like, do you think fucking Michael Jordan let other people dictate what he was going to do with his life? He didn't even make his freshman basketball team. He didn't make the fucking team. And he's in the GOAT debate. I still think LeBron is a little bit better. That's controversial. That doesn't matter. Michael Jordan is one of the best basketball players of all time, didn't make his fucking freshman high school team, and yet here he is. All because he just kept going. You just have to want it bad enough. There's nothing out there that you can achieve by just taking the first step. And half of you who don't know what you want to do, you just want it immediately without going through the process. Let me tell you something. You have to be so fucking hungry for whatever it is that you want. You have to want it worse than you want to breathe. You're going to have to cut people off you don't want to cut off. You're going to have to sacrifice shit you don't want to sacrifice. All for that goal, or you're never going to get it. And you sit here thinking, well, what if it's too hard? Then you weren't meant to do it. All you young men out there with these big ass aspirations and dreams, you know, maybe you want to work for NASA or become the next Messi or Ronaldo. Like, don't let some fucking old head tell you, hey, you can't do that. Let's be realistic here. What's your plan A? Motherfucker, that is my plan A. And I'm going to see it till the end to make it happen. That is the mindset you have to have. And it makes me really sad when I see other kids like me who don't know what they're fucking doing and they just think it's hopeless. Like I said before, I'm not in college right now. I'm in community college, but I'm not at a university because I didn't know what to do. My grades were shit. And the grade pool is just so competitive now that you gotta be like a fucking neurosurgeon to get into like Sam Houston. Like, it's ridiculous. And that is not me coping. It's just, I fucked up. But what I want you to take away from this is I fucked up. And then I see a path right in front of me, and I know what I'm gonna go do, and I know what I'm gonna go get. And I'm not ashamed to take a step back and go, okay, what do I need to do? How many nights of sleep am I gonna miss? How much am I gonna have to sacrifice and push myself so that way later in life I can get anything that I want? That is exactly how you have to think whenever you're chasing some goal. I don't fucking care if someone tells you, hey, that's like unrealistic. Like, who fucking cares? The world is built on people who are unrealistic, who are cringy, corny, who are like, why would you ever do that? That's bullshit. That idea will never work. And then guess what? It worked for them. This world is shaped out of people who just took the first step, and people will call you crazy and say it's impossible until you're the first one to do it. So don't let some other motherfucker dictate how you're gonna live your life and what you can do. That's the mindset you gotta have. And it'll just propel you like so much farther in life. And it'll take you places you never thought possible. If you want something, go get it. Don't take shortcuts. Lose your sleep. Sacrifice shit you don't want to do. Push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Do everything you're not comfortable with doing. Go chase it. Don't let anyone stop you from doing something because they are putting their limitations on what you know you can do. That is how everyone should go after it. You know, whenever I was powerlifting, you know, I had a meet last November. I wanted to pull a state record in Texas for deadlift because I'm tall, I have very good deadlift leverages, and I worked my ass off to do it. And I'm like, okay, this will carry me here. I can do this, right? It's 3 weeks out, and I have not even fucking touched 585. In the week that I did do 585, I failed it, and I had another training block where I failed 585. I failed it twice in one prep, and the meet is next week. I'm thinking, I'm talking to my coach, I'm asking my friends, I'm like, what the fuck do I do? Like, I have to pull 620 pounds for me to do this. And they're like, bro, like, just take what you got. Like, I don't think you have it. Like, fuck that. I said, fuck that. I didn't listen to anyone. I didn't listen to my own coach. I didn't do what was realistic. I took every precaution I could that week before. I ate, I slept, I did my cardio, I did whatever I could to make sure that shit was gonna happen. And you know what? I did it. Because I didn't listen to what anyone else told me. And that's how all of you should think. And that applies to everything in life. And that has been the hardest pill for me to swallow, was applying it to something real. Like right now. And like, I don't care what your situation is. I don't care if you're rich, broke, fucking depressed, happy, anything. I don't care if you don't know what you're going to do with your life. I don't care if you have a passion. I don't care if you have no drive. I don't care if you have no motivation or discipline. Go fucking do it. Take the first step. Once you get your feet wet and you go through the door, it's over. You're going to be so obsessed with it that it's going to drive you nuts. You'll be so hungry for it. Like I am right now. I know what I'm going to do now. I know what I want to go do. I know what I want to do with myself, and I'm taking the first steps. I'm not going to college like all my friends are yet. I'm going to transfer next year, and while it's going to be kind of a hard year because I'm not getting all the cool aspects of a big-ass university that everyone looks forward to, I know that this is what I have to do for me to get what I want. So don't let anyone else dictate anything that you think you can do, because nothing is impossible.